Hi, so we're vlogging. I am on a new camera. I just got it. I'm so excited. I don't know where to look and how to focus myself. This is exciting, but it has that little flip thing. Basically, Steffi, we were talking about it and I was having camera problems and I said, what do I do? And we talked for about 5 seconds and I was talked into getting this camera. I convinced myself that it was absolutely necessary. But I am excited. I have to not look here though, I have to look here. Okay, so we are vlogging because I'm actually doing something. I am packing right now for New Hampshire. We're going to visit my grandpa, but he has like a cottage in New Hampshire, so we're going to stay there for like the long holiday weekend. So I'm packing now. We looked at the weather and it's going to be like high 57 degrees and 70% chance of rain the 3 days that I'm going. So I'm mostly packing sweats and sweatshirts. It's very like, we never really go anywhere. We just basically wear the same clothes for like 3 days when we're there because we don't want to do laundry when we're there. So, but I'm packing. I'm also going to pack some books. My current read is The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. This is a Booker Prize winner. It is a doozy. It is almost, 900 pages maybe? I don't want to spoil anything. 800, 900 pages. It's huge. And I'm only like 300 pages in, so we definitely have a while to go, but because it's going to be, the weather is looking really bad, I feel like I should bring another book or two, because you never know, I might just be sitting around reading all day. Like I said, I just filmed my June wrap-up today, so there goes the whole day. I don't know, it just, for some reason, a day that I record those wrap-ups, I just can't, my brain can't do anything else. But I was saying in that video that I want this month to be like, or like this summer to be like big book summer. I want to read all the big books that have been on my TBR for a really long time that I'm not giving enough attention and time to. And I read Jemisin's Broken Earth trilogy, which are 3 big books back to back to back, and just really enjoyed like being in a world for that long, and I just really, really loved it. So that's what I'm trying to do, obviously with Luminaries, and there are a few other really big books on my shelf over there that I hope to kind of get to this summer. But I think with the Luminaries for this weekend, I might bring this big boy and then 2 like small or maybe normal size books just to break it up a little bit. But I'm very excited. So let me tell you what this is about, because that's what we're doing here. This is like a historical fiction, but barely. So it's set in the gold rush in the 1860s in New Zealand, and it is a tome because we are following endless perspectives. You think you've kind of met all the characters, and then there's a riff and we're following a whole nother cast of characters. But basically it is like a mystery, a masterfully written mystery book. And everyone knows that I love a book with a huge cast of characters at the beginning, that Catton is just preparing you. There's going to be a lot of names thrown at you, and there are. I'm enjoying it a lot though. It is, like I said, it's a mystery, but it has the kind of whimsical, historical fiction writing of, I was trying to describe it to Miriam. It's like, you know, Sweetie Todd, where it's very self-aware, and all the characters, can you hear that thunder? It's so loud. And all the characters' physical appearance are described in such a fun and almost like play acting way. It's really, really fun. I'm enjoying it a lot, but it also, like, this is a book that if I like doze for 2 seconds or I'm just not paying a ton of attention, I will miss very important information, because like I said, there are so many characters and everyone is somehow related or knows somebody who knows somebody, and it's all very interconnected and it's an absolute mess. And basically they're trying to solve a series of connected crimes, from a prostitute attempting to commit suicide, to a man being found dead in his home, to a pile of gold being discovered. So it's all these different weird happenings and crimes that are somehow connected, and all these different characters are running around New Zealand, this small gold mining town that's like becoming something greater. It's like a burgeoning town during the gold rush, and they're all like running around trying to find out who said what, who saw what, and it's very, very complicated, but all of the characters are so fun to read. They all feel so like cartoony, but so I can't even explain it. The writing is fantastic, but it really feels like brilliant storytelling, and it's so, so fun. But like I said, you gotta pay attention, and I want to bring a book after this one that's a little bit shorter, so I have a quick break, but I'm gonna think about that. But yes, I really just wanted to practice with my new camera because I just took it out of the box, but it's cool. I don't know what it is. I will link it below. I'm not good with cameras. I don't know any of the names. That's why I reached out to Steffi and I was like, what should I do? Help me. I don't know anything. And she's very helpful, so thank you, Steffi. Yeah, but I just wanted to start this now. It is Friday night. I have work tomorrow morning for just a few hours because I haven't quit my other job yet. And then we will be heading off to New Hampshire. My grandpa lives like 4.5 hours away, and I am preparing myself because I'm sure there'll be lots of traffic for a holiday weekend, but I am eagerly awaiting being somewhere other than my home, so I'm very excited. But yeah, I wanted to start it here, and I will catch up with you tomorrow probably when we're on the road or when we get to the cottage. I'm just like very excited, even if it's like pouring rain and freezing, because obviously the cottage is not like, doesn't have heat, doesn't have air conditioning. It's like not at all winterized, or what's the opposite of that? I don't know. But yeah, I'm very excited to be somewhere else and just like sit out on the porch and read, and it's different than reading in my bedroom. So but yes, I am really enjoying the Luminaries. I'm going to continue in it, and even though it is an absolute tome, it reads very quickly because it is so like it is like a page turner, and there's so much going on, and there's like constantly different spin-offs of the story. You like think you're putting all the pieces together because there are a shit ton of pieces, and nope, there's something else weird and wacky going on. So it's really, really fun. Very much enjoying it, and I will yes, and I will check in tomorrow. Okay, we made it to the cottage yesterday. It was like a 6-hour drive, and it's supposed to be 4.5. But we are going on a run now. It is very, very cold, so we're layering. But then hopefully today we will also go out in the canoes and hike a little bit and read, because there's not much else to do, and it's not great weather here. We can't swim. It's way too cold. So just checking in. You know, it's recording. It's really bright. Look at him go! Oh, he's tired. All right, hello everyone. I have not checked in at all. We have just been, my mom and I went running this morning. We are actually training for a half marathon in February. And we're starting it very slowly, doing like literally a mile at a time and then breaking. But other than that, we've been canoeing a few times. It's not too warm out, so we haven't gone swimming, but hopefully tomorrow, our last day, we can actually get a swim in. But we're hiking the mountain tomorrow, so it should be a big feat. But throughout the day, I have still been reading the Luminaries. I don't know why I packed another book. There's absolutely no way I can. Do you hear Riley? He'll be on in a second. There's absolutely no way I will finish this in time to start another book while we're here. But I am really loving this. At the beginning, I was not so sure. It's very complicated, but just give it a chance. You will learn the cast of characters. You will come to know who's who, even if it seems at the beginning super overwhelming. But this just feels like a feat of storytelling. I don't know how the author does it. There are so many things going on, and she manages to make it make sense and be really whimsical and fun and bizarre and keep you on your toes. It actually feels like reading a play. Like if this was a movie or an actual play, it would be amazing. I never thought that I would be interested in reading about... Dad. Reading about the New Zealand gold rush. But because you're following so many different characters, the actual little community that's, you know, just on the edge of something more is really, really comes to life.
Christ. Almost slipped. Almost broke my neck.
You almost broke your neck. But because you're following so many different characters in all different walks of life, you really feel like the town comes to life. It's so fun. It really feels like a set. I'm loving it. I think she's really, really smart. I don't know where all the different strings are going. I'm more than halfway through and still a little confused. But I am really enjoying it. I was not so sure at the beginning, but I've been convinced. This is a really, really fun book. Tonight we are doing, it's the 4th. We don't really celebrate the 4th. We are just hanging out on the lake. Oh, Mom's home. Riley's freaking out. Gotta go. Just wanted to check in. Good old shuckin'.
Don't make a mess.
Don't make a mess. That's the summit.
No.
When you think you reach the summit, the actual summit is over there. Okay, hello everyone. It is Monday. I'm a little bit sunburned. This morning we went on a very intense hike. We were all surprised. Just in the water, on the dock, reading. We are leaving tonight because unfortunately a bunch of us have work tomorrow. So we are leaving tonight, but not until like 8 because Mark was hoping to miss the traffic, which I am not too confident about, but he's hopeful. So we're just gonna hang out here a little bit longer. I hope I got some really good clips of the hike. It was beautiful. It's where my dad grew up, so it's the mountain he always used to hike as a kid, and he gave us a rough estimate of how long it would take in like his 22-year-old mind, like the last time he hiked it. It was much longer. But it was really fun. And like I said, my mom and I are training for a half marathon, so I'm like, it's not running, but it's definitely intense cardio work, so can't hurt, right? Okay, hello. It has been many days since I last vlogged. We got home really late on Monday night, Tuesday morning, and there's just not been much to report. I have just been working. My parents stayed in New Hampshire, so the house was very quiet, and I am realizing that I do not like to live alone. Riley and I are not fans. I have finished the Luminaries. So much fun. Yes, it is absolutely massive, 800 plus pages, but such a fun book that at no point did I feel like, oh, I just have to like power through another 50 to 100 pages. And if I read less books this month or this summer, if I'm trying to read like maybe like 2 really big books a month, that's fine with me. I think it could also help on cutting down my wrap-up time because that is fast becoming an issue. I know it's an issue. My last one was like 30 minutes long, and that's with cutting out a lot. I think I just talk too much, and that is the diagnosis. But I think what Eleanor Catton in Luminaries, what she does with her setting and the sequential nature of storytelling and with her characters, it was such a joy to read. It does have so much whimsy and heart to it, and I think it really is a credit to her that at the end of the book, all 13, 14 plus characters were so distinguishable from one another. They're all so rich. You know them. Sometimes they're cartoonish. Sometimes they're like so human and so real. I just loved it. And all the different storylines come together at like a really perfect time. It's really well paced for a big book also, which is very important, obviously. Yeah, I just really enjoyed it. Also, the actual setting felt so real and you felt like you were there, which is one of my favorite things. Yeah, I gave it like a 4-star. I have no real complaints about it. It was so much fun, so I would recommend it. I have since started, I'm spinning. I have since started Mona, a very, very new release, Pola Oloixarac? I should have looked it up, I'm sorry. That's not how you pronounce it, but Mona. It has been compared to Moshfegh, which I see in the character, but not in the writing or the style of it at all, but definitely in the woman, depressed, angry at the world, a little bit dark, a little bit funky, a little bit mysterious. I'm enjoying it. I don't know if I love the writing style yet. It's too early to tell, but it is a nice little break to have such a slim book. And then I'm back to maybe one more really big one this month. I asked on my Instagram story a few days ago, what are people's favorite big book, like really, really big book? And some of them I'm intrigued by, some of them are already on my list. Some of them it's just not happening, like Stephanie, I'm not reading Dex anytime soon. I just don't have it in me. But yeah, I think I want to do like 2 really big ones a month. Here's to hoping. But I have a few really good ones on my list. And once I finish Mona, I will decide. But yeah, I just wanted to wrap this vlog up. I kind of forgot about it. So yes, I just want to wrap it up now. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you feel so inclined. And I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye everyone.